Welcome to TechbrothersIT. In this video, we are going to take a look in more array manipulation functions in PySpark. We'll take a look in slice, concat, element at, sequence, and other functions in PySpark. So here is our sample data, and we call it data, and then we have a name column right here, and then we have array of numbers right there. There are values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and then for Sarah there are different values starting from 7 to 11, and we have some values for John. Now we are creating the data frame called df, and we are creating by using the function spark.createDataFrame. We are providing the sample data here, and then providing a name for these columns here. So this one is going to be name, and this is going to be ARR, so array. And once our data frame is ready, we can go ahead and simply execute this code and take a look on our data frame. So let me show you the data frame here, and this is our data frame. So we have column name here, and then we have array column that is containing the array values right there. So this is a number array. Now let's take a look on the very first function here is called slice. It get a sub array from specified starting index and length. So here we are creating a new data frame called df slice, and using the old data frame and selecting the column name from there, and also selecting the column array. Then I'm using the slice function here on applying on array column that's containing this data, and then we are starting from here. So that's our second item, and then we want to go 3 items from there. So see right there we have this value right there. So if I will say 2 here, that's the index, so our starting point. So it's just going to start from right here. So after this is our first item, and this is our second item, and it's going to start from the second item. We are going to get 2, 3, and 4 here, and for our second value is going to get us 8, 9, and 10, and for this one it's going to get us 13, 14, and 15. So let's execute this code, and then we will take a look on our output. So here it is, and you can see that we have a name here, and right there. So we have name, Amir, Sarah, John, and then this is our original array column, and you can see the values here. And here is the output for sliced array, because we set index 2, and that's where it's starting from right here, and then getting us 3 values. Now it is for the second one is getting us these, and for this one is getting us these 3 values. So this is how slice will work. Now if we would like to concatenate multiple arrays in a single array, we can use concat function here. So here I'm creating a new data frame called the df concat, and I'm using old data frame, selecting the data such as column name, array column, and then using concat to create a new column. I'm using the concat column from the data frame df, then adding another array that's I'm building right here. So by lit we are providing constant values for this new array. So we have 16, 17, 18 for this array, and it's going to concat with the existing array column that's in the data frame, and then we call this column as a concatenated array. Let's take a look on the output, and it should combine 2 arrays. So here's my array column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we had the values 16, 17, 18. So that's concatenated to it, and you can see it is concatenated to each of the value of this data frame. Now let's go ahead and take a look on the different function called array insert. This insert an element at the specific position in the array. So let's say you want to insert number 99 in some place in array, you can do that. So here we are creating a data frame called df insert, and we are using old data frame and selecting the columns such as name and array from there, and then here I'm using array insert. So I have array column, and then I'm saying on position 3, then what we need to add element 99 and alias as array with insert. So let's execute that, and we'll take a look on the output. So it's very easy to insert new values, and you can see right there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and you can see right there we have a 1, 2, and at position 3 we have added 99. So if you take a look here, it is index, actually it's start in this case if you're using array insert, it's starting the index at 1. So it called this one as 1 and this one as 2, and then the third one come after it. That's why you have seen this 99 here. So array insert that's gonna be index starting with 1, not 0. Okay, so that's just to remember that. And here if you have if you want to remove a value, remove all instances of a specified element from an array. So let's say if we are looking to remove a 5 or 6 or any value from all the elements. So let's say we want to remove 5 in this case. So what's going to happen is going to remove 5 from all the records. So we can use that. So here I'm creating a new data frame df remove and saying df dot select. So that's my original data frame, selecting column name and array, and then array remove. And here we would like to remove 5 out of our column arrays. That's the array column, and we alias as array without 5. So if we execute this, we are going to take a look on the output, and here you can see that I have this array and there is a 5 value right there, and this is removed in this new column, and the other ones didn't had any value 5, so they are kept as is, so no problem. We were just looking for to remove 5 if that does exist in any rows of those array column. Now let's take a look on the element at. So if we want to get the element at a specific index, we can get that by using the element at function. Just remember that it is one base index. So all these values, let's say here in the array, this is starting with the 1 index, this is 2nd index, this is 3rd index, and this is 4 index. So in the previous example, we see that indexes sometimes start with 0, but here in this array at function, it is considering this index as 1 index. So okay, so starting with the very first element is 1 index, and then the 2nd and 3rd and 4th. So here if you will use this, so we will say element df element, that's our new data frame, df dot select. I'm selecting a different column from my data frame name and array, and then I'm saying element at, and then in which column, that's in array column, that's from a df data frame, and then at the position 4, then alias as element at index 4. So we are going to go ahead and execute this, and we are going to get the elements at position 4. So you can see right there, this is position 4, we got this one, then we have this 1 2 3, and the 10 is on position 4, so we got 10, and 15 is on position 4, and we got to 15 now. Now let's go ahead and take a look on get function. It access array elements at specified index. It is 0 base index. So here you will say df get df dot select. We are selecting the data from our df data frame, then we providing name, array, column, and then using get here, and then what we are doing, we are providing the name of the column, which is array type. Now from which position you would like to get on position 2, and then get element at index 2, but it is 0 base, so that means this is a 0 index, this is 2nd 1 index, this is a 2 index. So in this case, as we are getting 2 element at 2 index, that's we will be getting in the 3rd element. So but if you see that, remember that we were doing array at element at, that was in one index base. So this is 0 base index. Okay, let's execute this query, and then we will take a look on the output. So we go ahead and take a look here, and you can see that we were checking index 2, and it is 0 base index, so this value will come as index 2. So we are getting 3, then we are getting 9, and then we are getting 14 in our output as an element at position index 2. Now if we want to try element at, that's get the element at the specific index or null if it is out of bound. So here I'm creating a new data frame called df try element, and here we were selecting the data from our old data frame or original data frame by using select. We are specifying column names such as name, array, and here I'm providing a try element at function. Now we provide the array column here, and then we say check in for the value 10, and then if it does exist, it's gonna show that, otherwise it's not gonna show us that value. Then what's gonna happen, it's gonna try element out of a bound. So what's gonna happen now, 10, we don't have any array that has 10 elements. So you see right there, we have 0 1 2 3 4 5, that's all we have max, right? So if we will start with 1 index, then we have 6 elements, but if we start with 0 base, then we have a 5. So if I will do 10 here, and pretty much for every row is going to return me null. So you see right there, this is returning me null. But guess what, if I will do like 5, then we are in good chances. We have some values here, and then right, this one we don't have 5 elements, so it's going to show us null, but rest of that will show us some value. Now we change to the 5 value, and then we are going to go to the execution again and take a look on our output, and here you see that I provided value 10 for that function that is the try element at 5. So you see right there it's returning us the 5th element right there, then it's 11th at 5th as well, and then this one does have only 4 elements, and that's why we're getting a null value. Now you can create a sequence as well, create an array of sequences value from the start value to the end value. So how you do that, you will say df sequence, that's my data frame I'm creating from the this original data frame. Then we are selecting other column that already exist, such as name, array, and then here I'm saying sequence lit 1, so that means a constant 1, and then endpoint is the lit 5, so starting from 1 and ending with the 5. So that's what the sequence I would like to create, and I alias this column as a sequence 1 to 5, and then df.sequence.show will return us all the rows from this newly df sequence data frame. And you can see that we have array here, that's our original array, and then here we added a sequence 1 to 5, so you can see 1 2 3 4 5. So these are the values for our new column. I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.